So big news coming out of the UFC's lightweight division. Arman Tsarukyan, who is currently the number one contender in the lightweight division, has came out in an interview and said that the UFC are in talks with scheduling Islam Makhachev versus Arman Tsarukyan in December. He then goes on to say that if Islam cannot return before December, he believes that the UFC will make an interim lightweight title fight. Now, few things to talk about. Islam Makhachev, from what I seen online, again, I seen this online, is that he's injured. He's got a hand injury. I think he said himself that he won't be able to fight until 2025. I think he also said he might have to get surgery as well. So, from my knowledge, that seems to be a pretty serious injury. Now, again, I will stress, I've seen this online, so this could be the biggest load of shit. I always thought Islam Makhachev was going to fight in Abu Dhabi on October. I think that was the UFC's plan originally anyway. I remember Arman Tsarukyan was going to have to make an anti-bullying video to be able to fight on that card if that was the case. If you remember back to his UFC 300 incident where he decided to throw punches at fans on the way out, which isn't a good look, but the guy deserved it. That's what I'll say on that. I think Arman Tsarukyan shouldn't have done it, but I mean, the guy was kind of provoking him. The guy's walking out there to the biggest fight of his career, and you're going to start talking shit to him. You kind of get what you deserve, to be honest, in that scenario. But Arman is clearly next in line. Islam, to my knowledge, is injured. I don't think they're going to book it for December. I don't think Islam's going to fight till next year. Now, then you move on to the interim title situation. Now, again, seen online before, other sources talking about Arman Tsarukyan potentially fighting Charles Oliveira for the interim title. Now, Charles Oliveira, I think it was actually before 305. I'm pretty sure he put something out on Twitter to say he was going to be announcing fight news soon, and he was looking to get in there October. Was it October or November? End of the year anyway. He said that he was looking to get back into the cage. So obviously November is before December, so that wouldn't really line up. But if they're going to offer him the interim title fight, then maybe they do wait, and Arman Tsarukyan and Charles Oliveira too for the interim title fight is on the same card as Bilal Muhammad. Now, Bilal Muhammad has said that he is looking to fight in December, and there's been two opponents named for him, Kamaru Usman and Shavkat Rakhmonov. Now, everybody hates Bilal Muhammad. Is he the most interesting fighter? No. Is he the most interesting personality? Absolutely fucking not. Sometimes I'd rather watch paint dry than watch a Bilal Muhammad fight, but this guy does have a big following in the UFC. Bilal Muhammad is definitely a main event fighter. We've seen it against Leon Edwards. I know Leon Edwards is from the UK, so that's kind of why that helps. But I think even in America, Bilal Muhammad could definitely headline his own card. But having Arman Tsarukyan and Charles Oliveira potentially fight for the interim title in the co-main event would be massive for that card. Now, Arman Tsarukyan faced Charles Oliveira at UFC 300. It was a great fight. Arman Tsarukyan at times I thought was out cold in the submissions that Oliveira got him in. But Arman won that fight. And like, I'm a fan. I am a fan of Charles Oliveira. But I just don't care to see that fight again. I do not care to see Arman Tsarukyan versus Charles Oliveira again. We've already seen it. Arman won it. It was close at points, but over 5 rounds, it's going to be no different, I don't think, to be honest, because Charles Oliveira against these guys who are elite level grapplers tends to do the same thing, and that is he wants to work off his back. And we've seen against Arman that it nearly worked. He had Arman in a whole lot of trouble when he was working off his back, working for subs, but he spends too long on his back. Like, say, when Arman was able to break free out of submissions, there was no real urgency to get back to his feet. He's happy to work off his back. And these guys who are the elite level grapplers in the division, like an Arman, like an Islam, will just rack up control time and are able to move positions. They're a lot stronger on the mat than what Oliveira is, so they're able to move from full guard into half guard easier, get mount on him. It's just not a good look for Oliveira, and I feel like the exact same thing would happen if they were to fight 5 rounds. I think Arman would beat him by decision again. Now, like I said, Oliveira was close with submission, so maybe, who knows, maybe over 5 rounds he'd go in there with a different game plan. I just think it would be the same outcome. Now, another option that I have seen is Michael Chandler. Obviously, Chandler is meant to be fighting Conor McGregor. I'm starting to lean towards I don't think we'll see McGregor back for a while. And if that is the case, Chandler needs to do something soon. Now, would Michael Chandler deserve to fight for the interim title? No. He is ranked like number 7, I believe, in the lightweight division. But Michael Chandler is a big name, and the way he's been done dirty, let's be honest, by Conor McGregor. Personally, I would rather see Michael Chandler fight Arman Tsarukyan for the interim lightweight title than see Oliveira fight him. Regardless of what way it's going to be, Arman has to fight for the interim title if they are going to do one. I don't even think they're going to do one, but just if they do, Arman definitely has to fight in it. I think Arman beats Michael Chandler as well, and I feel like he beats Oliveira again. But the Michael Chandler one is just interesting to me because Michael Chandler, his fight IQ really lets him down, but his overall MMA game, he's a great wrestler, he's a great striker. Well, maybe not great striker, but he is extremely powerful. He could end up catching Arman in there. I think that would be a more exciting fight than seeing Oliveira. Obviously, Oliveira is the bigger name, so if it was to come around, that's probably the fight they're going to go for, because you can't give it to Poirier, you can't give it to Gaethje, so Oliveira's the next big name there. But yeah, it's interesting to see. I don't see this happening, and I don't see Islam fighting until 2025. I think if Islam is going to come back early 2025, you just save Arman and do it then. I think that's the best option in my opinion, but let me know your opinion in the comments below. And as always, like, share, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff. And I'll see you again in the next one.